Saying goodbye is never easy. Since 2020, a tiny Italian sports car has brought smiles to Yvan LaCroix and so many others.
Oh, that's a nice finish.
The fierce and fun Fiat rolling behind the LaCroix cruiser across the North American continent.
This has been following our bus for 3,000 miles since the last time it was cleaned.
The Fiat has been featured extensively on this YouTube channel as well.
So we're removing the contamination from the surface of the paint.
A vessel for learning for detailers worldwide. But Yvan says it was time to move on to something a little bit bigger. So we say goodbye, old friend, and we say hello to a new era.
Introducing the Veloster.
I'm Yvan.
I'm Nick.
This is DIY Detail. If you remember, we had a Fiat before. It was featured in a number of videos, not just on this channel, but in many other YouTube channels.
So if you've watched our channel before, you know all about it. Very famous in detailing YouTube.
Yeah.
If not, you may not care. You may just be like, I tuned in for the dirty car clean.
Right, and this is a very dirty car. Having a little problem with the bus, with a bit of oil seepage. Guess what's picking up that oil going down the road?
This guy.
Exactly. So the front end of the Veloster is covered in light mist of oil. Not exactly fun.
All kinds of stuff. Yeah, I like this car. It's a little bit longer. It's a little bit wider than the Fiat. I'm still adjusting.
Yeah.
But this has not been ceramic coated by any means.
No, never. I don't think it's been waxed. So it has a few issues with the paint. Today, we're just going to do a deep dive on getting that oil off of the vehicle. And then in future videos, we're going to really go at it with the polishing and the ceramic coating.
As you know we will, because we got to do it. If it's Yvan's baby,
Yeah.
and it's red, it's going to get detailed a few times. And that's for the future as well as today.
So right now, on the front of the vehicle, we have a big line of tar, actually, that's there. We have oil. We have mud. We have all sorts of things on this vehicle. We need to get it off safely. Hitting this with a pressure washer now is a guaranteed recipe for disaster. You have the mud, you have that tar. All it's going to do is get it wet. The mud, it's going to actually scratch the vehicle as it moves it around. So, best course of action is actually take one of our most aggressive chemicals, because at this point we know we need aggression, and that is all clean diluted 15:1 in the IK foamer, and foam it on the vehicle.
Now, if they didn't have a foamer, again, I'm putting myself in the shoes of someone who's just learning about detailing, they could obviously just spray this on too, right?
Right. The foamer, what it does is every time a bubble bursts, you get new product touching the surface. So it's almost agitating by itself.
So it's a preferred method of cleaning, but in our 16-ounce bottles, we actually have it already pre-diluted at 15:1.
Exactly.
So if you just saw this video and you're like, minimal investment, the 16-ounce bottle of All Clean would do the same thing.
Exactly.
But foam looks cooler and it cleans better, so here we go. Any last words?
Enjoy.
All right, Veloster, it's time. Yvan, was I thorough enough?
Keep going.
Okay, I'm doing the whole thing.
Yeah,
It's not just for YouTube, folks.
no, it's the whole car is covered.
You want me to get every painted surface?
Everything.
Okay, I didn't know what we were doing.
While Nick is doing that, I'm going to get our foam cannon ready to go. We're going to foam on top of this. So we're leaving the All Clean on the surface. We're going to foam on top of it. The Incredible Suds actually probably would have taken most of this off by itself, but we're giving ourselves a little insurance policy with the All Clean. So Nick, you're done foaming it up with the all clean.
Ivan, usually you're a less is more guy, so I started by just doing the lower panels, and then you said do the whole dang vehicle. So that's how I know you're serious on this. Usually it's don't use that much product, but you let me do my thing.
Yeah, and you know, it's definitely very dirty. So now for the foam king.
And you did the Jamie the Cleaner flip. There's utility to that, actually. You do want to shake up Incredible Suds.
There you go.
There you go.
Now I actually have this diluted a little lighter than usual because I actually want a runnier foam to help carry the grease down. So if you're wondering why you're not getting the super satisfactory shaving cream, that's why.
Why runnier foam?
Since we have a lot of accumulation, it actually helps pull it down. And it's wetting the surface a little more. So there we go. Now we'll let the foam do its thing for a few seconds.
This is very satisfying to watch, Ivan.
It is actually. You know, we have, especially on the front end here where that great accumulation was, you can just see it all oozing down. On the back end of the Veloster, wasn't that dirty. So I'm gonna start my rinsing back there and leave the front, get that chemical agitation as long as we can. Nick, it's looking a lot better,
Yeah, it's cleaning off pretty good.
but it still needs some work.
So Ivan, I still see some tar here on the front bumper.
Right, and that's where a tree sap remover comes in. We'll let that dwell for a minute while we foam the car again.
So what's the, I guess, logic behind the dwell time with tree sap remover, which is not branded as a tar remover?
It's not branded as a tar remover, but because of the solvent content that's in it, it works great as a tar remover, and we can see it's gone.
Yeah, it's gonna come off easy.
It's gonna come off very easily. So, and foam again. No, it's really nice not to have to use a ladder to do the roof of the vehicle.
Not a truck today in the shop.
No.
It's nice to have a separate bucket with the wheels here. We just have some all clean. You could have rinseless wash, Incredible Suds. Just something in there with surfactants. I like to dip it in there, rinse off my brush, and you know, a dedicated wheel bucket is good. We don't need two wash buckets, one for rinse, one for dunking, and then the other one for washing. We just use one bucket for washing, but I do like a separate bucket.
Oh, for wheels, definitely. I'm gonna let the Incredible Suds sit on the front end of the vehicle a little longer. I'll wash the rest, and I'll finish with that front end because I know that's where we had the most accumulation and where I have the possibility of getting an accumulation on my wash mitt too. And I'm actually not going to use the wash mitt on the front end. We're going to do something a little different.
Ivan, sometimes I'll use a green flag tip brush for wheels. Other
Yep.
times a nice microfiber towel tends to work better, just depending on the spokes.
Right, these are very thin spokes, and there's quite a few of them.
And I just feel like I can get in there with my fingers better and just do a nice thorough wash.
Yep.
But, you know, choose your own adventure, right?
Right, wheels, basically, you know, comes down to just get them clean.
Yeah, you just get the job done, right? I'm using the boar's hair brush on the rim faces, but I gotta say I like the rag better. But yeah, every wheel's different, so you kind of try to find your process and then stick to it. And
Definitely, and if it's your car, once you know your wheels, you know your wheels.
yeah, do whatever you want. And if it's your car and you don't want to clean the barrels today, you don't clean the barrels today.
Now we know that once we've done the paint touch-ups on the front, we're going to be going a little more in depth with the paint in the wheels and ceramic coating, of course. So for today, it's just a nice, clean, be able to do the paint touch-ups. Now on the front of the vehicle, it's going to be a little different here. They're wheel and body brush. Lots of suds for lubrication, and off I go. You're wondering why the Veloster has spikes sticking out of the front end of it? Well, that's what hooks it up to the bus when we pull it along. How are you doing with the wheels, Nick?
I'm almost done.
Okay, well, start rinsing the front end, then we'll be ready to dry. Nick, do you mind treating the wheels to a bit of quick beats?
Is it that kind of day for these wheels? Are they ready for that?
The wheels are ready. The paint, no. We're just going to dry the paint because we know in the very near future we're going to be applying ceramic coating, doing all sorts of fun things to the paint. So
They may not know what I'm doing, Ivan. They may not know what you just did. We put quick beads on the rim faces,
right.
which is our water-activated ceramic. Amazing on paint, amazing on glass. But for whatever reason, oh yeah, it took me as long to do the wheels as it took you to do the car, because wheels can be a pain.
Yeah.
This saves you from having to wipe every little surface. You spray this on, the water activates it, and you've got protection there on your paint.
Exactly.
And on your wheels. This is a spray-on, rinse-off protection product. Very, very user-friendly. It's sad to me, Ivan, that we're not adding a protectant product to the Veloster today. That's kind of what I'm used to. My muscle memory goes to straight gloss, but
exactly.
we will we'll do that for another day.
But even without a drying aid, it dries quite nicely.
Oh yeah.
So as Nick and I dry this, I'm going to invite you to subscribe maybe hit that notification bell and leave us a question or comment.
What do you think of the Veloster? Upgrade, downgrade, sad day, happy day? Let us know. We respond to every comment. And Ivan, I promise, will not take it personally either way.
No, not at all.
Because you made us fall in love with that Fiat, Ivan. Then you took it away from us.
Yeah.
Some may say it's not fair. They may be seeking out therapy, and I don't blame you, folks. It's a sad day for me, too. We'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.